You get to hear put food on the table. All these things you're saying, you will not see it, you will not hear it. Please join me welcome the voice of the common man, Obaraye Osahon. Obaraye, welcome to TMI Sunday's edition. All right. I still have Samuel Eyegato and of course a legal practitioner, a legal devotee, Pa Robinson Imade. He's still very much in the studios, sticking strong to his opinions and view. Obara, you've been watching, you've been listening. I know you've heard their opinion. So what's your own angle on this? You talk about the hike in petrol and the hike in electricity tariff, the proposed strike by Labour.
Yeah, actually I've not been following the program.
Okay.
I think whatsoever, as a scout guy, when you're always prepared whenever you're called upon. Okay. I think when it comes to the issue of the fuel hike and the electric tariff, it has gone to show that our government in Abuja does not really know what it takes to govern or make the people happy. The reason is because I think one of the front burner that this government was known for was that we are going to build refineries, many ones, new ones, and the government second term is going and nothing has been done. That is why they're secondly going to the issue of electricity tariff. It has gone to show that the government does not really feel the pain of the common man.
But from what they said, it was in great pains they did this. No, they have no choice, no opinion, no choice, but not to use the subsidy.
No, if I use the word clueless, you're going to say I should withdraw the statement. So that's why I'm trying to manage whatever we're going to do.
But you're part of this government. It's your party.
No, listen. Don't always put part of the government for us. We are discussing about what affects more of our people. So whatever affects more of our people, we should be seen at the side of our people, because posterity is not going to judge me as a party person. Posterity is going to judge me as Osahon Kwabari. Are you getting it now? So if I want posterity to judge me rightly and positively, I should be seen in the side of the people. The issue of fuel also affected me. Do you know that in the morning of that day, I bought fuel for the former price. And in the evening as I was going home, I have to buy. It has increased. So because I was not also prepared for it. So the government that does not really take time to prepare for the people. This is not the first time. You promised me during our campaign, I think it was reduced. And we've discussed about this issue of subsidy all over and over again. So it goes to show when a government is not really ready or know what to do. I'm not saying this, that does not really stop me as a card-carrying member of my party. Or that does not also tell you that when it comes to next week Saturday, we're not going to mobilize and change the government in it. But when it comes to the issue of electricity tariff and petrol hike, it does not, where we commercial buys petrol, that is where buy buys petrol. So we don't have our individual filling station to say this is a APC filling station, this is a Labour Party filling station. So we buy fuel at the same place. We also use the same electricity tariff. So what affects one affects all. An injury to one, an injury to all. So I think our government is time, the likes of Dr. Chris Ngige, to sit down and buckle up and really be people friendly, workers friendly. Because I think the people clamor for change and they've seen the change. But what would have done, I think this issue of subsidy, if we have taken it away from day one and maintain status quo, we would have been used to it now. Obasanjo once told us that if we can buy a bottle of beer for 200 naira, how come we are complaining if fuel is sold at the same price? So if we have been buying it for 200 naira then, I think we would have been used to it now. So it also goes to show that the government should also now use the issue of the subsidy issue to ameliorate the pains of the people, because we don't be shy from the truth. We Nigerians are suffering. We must be not economical with the truth. Nigerians, also because all we gave to Buhari is not what Buhari is giving to us in return. So to me, it's a painful thing.
My opinion is different.
It's politics.
Sincere apologies for that breaking transmission. It was occasioned by a power cut. Not to worry, I'm still very much on the ground. Continuing with this discussion. Mind you, whenever we get to hear my panelists or my analysts say it's their own opinion, it has nothing to do with ITV, but we're doing our best possible to make sure they follow the rules and regulations governing the airwaves. The topic is still very much on the ground, talking about the proposed labor strike, the effect on the hike in petrol, and of course electricity tariff. How is it going to change the narrative? And Obaraye, he said he's speaking as a Nigerian. He gave his own opinions and of course his own view. Now, Samuel, the ball was in your cup before I took that break. I had to allow Obaraye to give his opening speech. Now, you are like saying that what is going on, you talked about 20 naira addition is not that much. You talked about we've been able to conquer fuel scarcity. You even blame the traders that even that minimal, so to speak, increment in fuel pump price is not enough for them to skyrocket the price of food and, of course, commodities. Take it up from there.
Listen, I stand by the opinion. Why? Why I stand by the opinion? Because this discussion we're having here on here, these are same discussions I have with my people. Because I have a place that a lot of youths, a lot of people comes to too. We do discuss issues like this too. And the reason I try to understand the point of view that sometimes we are the problem. Why I say we are the problem sometimes, I expect, even whichever way. I am a farmer too. I have a farm at Oriomo. If I'm bringing my goods right now, to bring a pig down here, might have been costing me maybe 1,500 or 2,000 naira per adventure. And with this fuel increase, maybe it's not costing me 2,100 naira, just an addition of 100 naira or 150 naira. That does not mean that the pig I was supposed to sell for 35,000 naira or 40,000 naira, I will not just increase it to 50,000 naira for the people, because the people has the consciousness that fuel have been increased. So because I use that their weakness, that believe that fuel have increased, I increase my commodities for them in an excessive manner. It is not supposed. The woman that is going to bring 100 bag of rice from north to this place, if peradventure, before he was paying 15,000 or 20,000 naira for that truck to bring that rice, and by now, because of the increase of the little fuel increase, he might be paying maybe 21,000 naira, 21,500 naira, just about 1,500 naira increase. Does that now relate for her or him to add 3,000 naira per each 100 bags that is bringing it down to the town? Let us be sincere. The beans, these products, the increase in the fuel is not supposed to be a reason for the increase in our commodity right now that is happening. But because we already use that opportunity, we ourselves, that as long as this thing is happening, the unions, they take their decisions. They make us to be the one that have no more voice. We are not the one forced to buy those things according to what they want. Let us be sincere with ourselves. I myself, I use fuel every day. And I will take it as an example. To run the guest house, it's roughly about 4,000, 4,500 naira, which is a certain liters. But because of this increase, I have to even tell them, I say, okay, be buying just 500 more. The 500 more I bought whizzing, to the addition what I was buying before, I realized this morning I had about 1 or 2 hours extra on top. Which means that difference, I do understand, did not take more than 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes from my benefits. There are some certain things I feel about life. It's not always we should complain. There are certain things we too as human should be able to absorb and find solutions to. And the solution is being tried to be brought to ground. It might be affecting us right now. I said it before. Even the President Buhari we are talking about, when he was coming to government, when he came into government, he told us too that It is going to be hard on us, but we should be ready to take pains to be able to achieve where we are going. The procedure of agriculture, we know what we are passing through. The procedure of the electricity, we know what we are passing through with the cabals. The procedure of this fuel, we know what we are passing through.
Okay.
So these things, they need to be sorted. Yes.
All right.
It cannot be sorted one day.
One day. I'll come back to you.
We are suffering, yes.
Yeah.
The government is still working on its own best. If he cannot achieve that, another government will come and continue from where he stopped.
Okay, now.
Important in Nigeria, we'll get to where we are going.
Get to where we're going to. Now let's take a look at what Mipre Steve talked about, talking about the Minister for State for Petroleum. He said, look, subsidy, we can't keep subsidizing the pockets of some rich Nigerians. Hence, we should remove subsidy. From what he said it's for the betterment of Nigerians. Do you think, at first, they said there was no subsidy, you said that already, but now they're not admitting that there is subsidy. Removing the subsidy, I don't think it's going to be better for Nigerians. This is the exact price of petrol. And of course, with the influx of modern refineries, I don't think it's going to make Nigeria be able to cushion this effect of this removal.
Well, the truth is, subsidy, in my opinion, is the only thing that Nigerians are benefiting today. But it baffles me. I don't know. I'm a father, a grandfather too. I don't know how I can wake up one day and lie to my child. And the next day I say, oh, that thing I said was said in jokes. What you call politics here. President Muhammadu Buhari told Nigerians that if anybody says he was subsidizing petroleum product, the person was a scam. That's one of the reasons that people voted for him. He also told Nigerians that, look,
but they've
we are going
admitted
to...
that there is subsidy. They've admitted
Okay,
it.
you mean they lied before. If you say they now have admitted, it only means that they lied to Nigerians.
I respect your law professionals.
Excuse me, sir. No. It's what you are... let's take it one by one.
All right, now they know that there's
The president also said that he was going to build refineries one a year.
Yes.
We have not seen one that has been successfully republished. And the subsidy you said was not there. It's not eating deep into your budget. Like Okorobaraye said, if subsidy was removed 4, 5, 6 years ago, by now we would have been used to it. How do we remove subsidy from petroleum products? I believe that there has always been subsidy. At the same time that you are increasing VAT. At the same time that you are increasing electricity tariff. How do you expect your people to survive? That's my quarrel. That's my query. And this government has not been able to answer that. Yes, many years ago in the 80s, I went to Benin Republic here. Maybe still relatively young, and I saw a tailor ironing with, what they call it, coal iron. I went there and said, there is light. There was an electric bulb on. Why using this? He pointed at his iron, electric iron, and said, that thing is too expensive. So when I want to do small jobs, I use coal iron. Nigeria should be used to that. But I'm wondering why a government that promised us heaven on earth is unleashing the pains, the heat of hell on us, all at the same time. I would not have quarreled with a removal of subsidy if he told us at the beginning the only way to go is the removal of subsidy. But he said there was no subsidy. He said he was going to build refineries. He said he was going to make $1 to 1 naira. And everything has crumbled upon the citizens. That's my quarrel. So if they are admitting now that there is subsidy, good. But even the removal of subsidy should have human face.
Okay.
Nigerians cannot take it the way it is now. Labour will fight. I will join them to protest. But I'm sure this government at the center will not listen.
Okay.
It does not listen to voices of reason. That's my worry. And people are dying, people are suffering.
All right. Well, the government will say they listened, they did this thing with great
The only way we
pains.
know that you listen is for you to sometimes hearken to the voice of the people.
Okay, I'll come back to you now, Obaraye. there is a labor shift. It's the FG shifts meeting with labor till Tuesday. Now that is the latest. I was supposed to hold this meeting yesterday, which was on a Saturday. They choose to shift it right now to Tuesday, according to the leadership newspaper. Do you see this having a headway?
Whichever way I will, suffice you to know that if Labour decide to embark on protest tomorrow morning, Okwaba Hills will be at the forefront.
Good.
For protest. I am known for that. The reason is not because I'm not protesting against my party. I'm going to protest against what the government has failed to do. Are you getting it now? But I think when I was submitting just now, I said it's high time the likes of Igige knows that he was once a governor. Should know the pains of the people. Shifting the meeting to Tuesday, that was supposed to be held yesterday, I think it's like shifting the evil day.
Exactly.
To me, why not call them and let them know? Was there a meeting before all this hike?
No meeting.
So how come we are bringing meeting now after the hike? So you can see that it's high time our government knows when to throw blow and when to also say sorry. I get it now. What our government, where they are feeling that, I think for the past, even boss down to the state, what they are failing to do. How many times have you seen something like calling for a meeting between, even without this hike, Labour, everybody come. How are you seeing my government?
Okay.
View me, just tell me, how do you feel? Let people tell them, this is what is happening.
All right, okay, thank you. I've been saying it before, gentlemen. Thank you so much. I appreciate your wonderful analysis. Bye for now.